Hi, I'm Megan Johnson. I am a school teacher, a high school cross country coach, and a yoga instructor at Renew Hot Yoga. I grew up here in Yakima and live here now with my family. I love this valley and the people here, and I really love yoga. So I'm excited to share a short yoga sequence with you that I hope will leave you feeling more connected to this place, to yourself, and to this present moment that we find ourselves in, and also with a heart of gratitude for it all. So let's make our way to our mat. And as you do, notice how the body feels today. It feels restful, energized, tight, sore, stiff. Just making observations without judgment, noticing, observing what the body feels like, making that mind-body connection. As you settle in, go ahead and get out any wiggles, rolling your shoulders up towards your ears and back down a couple times, twisting to the left, gazing over your right shoulder, twisting to the right, gazing over your left shoulder. Feels good to find a little bit of movement, and then slowly come into stillness. Sitting up nice and tall, draw the belly in towards the spine, shoulders away from the ears, crown of the head grows towards the sky. Then place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, and connect into your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose with the lips sealed down. As you inhale, feel the breath travel from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. As you exhale, follow the breath down the spine from the crown of the head to your tailbone. Connecting into the breath and feeling the difference between the inhale, the lift, expansion, the lightness, and the exhale, that letting go and release. Taking a couple more breaths in stillness, right here, right now, noticing what happens to the mind when it's focused in on the breath, how the breath helps to connect with the body, bringing a sense of calm and peace. One more inhale here, one more exhale, and then plant your hands at the top of your mat. Walk your knees back underneath your hips. Spread your fingers wide so that you feel the stretch in the webbing between each finger. Wrists are directly under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, tops of your feet rest on the ground. Inhale, cow pose. Draw the heart through the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, cat. Tuck and round, chin meets your chest, pressing the belly towards the sky. Inhale, cow. Drop the belly, draw the heart forward, press the ground away. Exhale, tuck and round. Keep that pressure in your hands, chin to chest, rounding the back. Inhale, cow, drawing the tailbone away from the crown of the head, finding length through the spine. Exhale, cat pose, matching our breath with our movement. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more at your pace. Take it as slow as you want. And then meet me with a neutral spine, tabletop. We'll enter into child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, walk your knees out to the edge of your mat. Send your hips back onto your heels and walk your hands towards the top of your mat. Let your forearms rest on the ground. Allow your heart to melt towards the earth, and then allow your forehead to come to rest on the mat. Connect to your breath here, breathing in and out through the nose. Notice the contact points the body is making with the mat. Where do you feel the stretch in the hips, maybe feeling length through the side body and the spine? Breathing in and out through the nose. Letting the hips sink further back towards your heels. On your next inhale, shifting forward. Onto your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press into that first knuckle and thumb. Wrap your triceps in. Pressing down to really forcefully into that first knuckle on the pads of your fingers will help protect your wrist as we enter into downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Tuck your toes, lift the hips, downward dog. You can pedal it out, lifting with one heel, pressing the other down, drawing the heart towards your thighs. Wrap your triceps in towards the body. Keep activation through the arms, pressing the heels towards the ground. Shake your head yes or no. Reconnecting to your breath here and now. Finding some stillness in your down dog. Finding length through the spine. And then inhale, lift your heels, walk your feet up to the top of your mat, one footprint at a time, till your big toes come to touch. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, long spine. Shoulders draw away from the ears, belly draws in towards the back. Crown of the head away from your tailbone. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, finding length through the backs of the legs, release from the low back. And then bend into the knees, roll up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time, into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel your feet, draw the belly in, shoulders down the back, palms shine forward, crown of the head draws towards the sky. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Feel into your feet, rooted, grounded in the earth, centered in the heart, connected to the breath. Gratitude for this time and this space. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up overhead. Reach up with your left hand, grab your right hand around your left wrist. Lengthen up and then reach over to the right, stretching the left side body. Keep your chin away from your chest. Breathe down the left side body. Inhale, back to center. Reach up with your right hand. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Lengthen up and reach over towards the left. Pulling out of the pelvis, pressing down through both feet. Feel the stretch on the right side body. Stay connected to the breath. Inhale, back to center. Hands come to touch. Gaze up at your thumbs. Lift the heart towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, walk back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in downward dog. Feel the connection of the feet and the hands. And then walk your hands back to your feet at the back of the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, circle sweep, root to rise, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your hands to your low back, squeeze your elbows together. Lift the heart for gentle back bend. Engage your glutes. Lift the heart, gaze goes back and up. Opening up the neck and the front side of the body. Come back to center. Interlace your fingers all the way up to the webbing. Draw the clasp of your hands down towards the ground and away from your tailbone. Forward fold over your legs, letting the clasp of your hands fall towards the ground, towards the top of your mat. Let the head be heavy. You can bend into the knees. Keep your legs straight. Feel the shoulders stretch. Connect to the breath, draw the belly in. Release the clasp of your hands to your low back. Then release your hands back down onto the ground. Walk them forward to the top of the mat. Downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Reach through the right heel, long line all the way from the right heel to the fingers. Exhale, bend your right knee. Step your foot between your hands. Anchor down through your left heel. Sweep your arms up and open. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Gaze over your right fingers, sink your right knee towards your right pinky toe. Shoulders away from the ear, belly draws in. Pressing down, equal weight in both feet. Reconnect to the breath. And cartwheel your hands to frame the right foot, step the right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Find that long line all the way from the left heel to your fingertips. Exhale, bend the left knee, step your left foot between your hands, anchor down through your right foot. Find your foundation and then open up the arms to warrior two on the left side. Sinking down to your left knee, draw over your left toes. Extend through your fingertips. Imagine that you're drawing your heels together, trying to squeeze the mat underneath you. Strong legs, strong core. Connect it to the breath, breathing in and out through the nose. And cartwheel your hands to frame the left foot, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. You can lower the knees and untuck the toes. Shift forward, letting the elbows graze the ribs as you lower all the way down onto your stomachs. Keep your hands in push-up position. Press each 10 of your 10 toes into the ground. Zipper up the legs so your heels touch. Engage your quads. Inhale, lift the heart. Little to no weight in your hands. Strong legs, pressing your legs into the mat, your pelvis into the mat to give a little bit more lift through the heart space. Stay connected to the breath. Drawing your elbows together. Gaze down over your nose. Tuck your chin slightly to create length through the back of the neck. And exhale, lower all the way down. Roll onto your backs. And then bring your knees to be stacked over your hips. Let your arms fall out like a T, palms up, and let your knees fall over to the right. Allow your body to sink in here. And release everything to the ground. Gaze over your left fingers. Nice spinal twist to help reset the spine. Calm down the body and the mind. Ease your core, bring your knees back to center. Let them fall to the left. Gaze over your right fingers. Reconnect to the breath. Let everything go. Feel the tension melt away. And bring your knees back over center. Hug them into your chest. And grab onto your hamstrings underneath your knees. Rock and roll up. Coming back to a seat at the top of your mat. Just as we began. And bring your hands to heart center. Draw your heart towards your thumbs. Close down the eyes. Find a gratitude for this time and place. Honoring the light of the teacher in all things, in all experiences, in you, in others. Namaste.